Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reviewing something different than what we would normally review, with that being the Marvel Legends X-Men '97 Wolverine. Growing up, X-Men was always something I was interested in, with the comics and the movies, with some being better than others. And when they were dropping X-Men '97 on Disney Plus, every week I'd tune into every episode and just re-falling in love with the series and reimagining my childhood and how I wanted these figures but never really did anything to get them. Until one night on eBay, I decided to just pick up this dude. Now, the price I paid for this Angry Canadian here is something I'm not particularly proud of, since all of them were mostly bids going for $70, $80 with the packaging. I got mine for $60 without the packaging, but with accessories in good condition. And that's what we're going to be looking at today. Now, this is the first Marvel Legends figure I've ever owned, and I don't know if I'm particularly proud of the price I had to pay, $60 for a $25 figure, but as a Wolverine fan, I had to do what I had to do. Now, the dude I bought it from on eBay got it here quick. I got it within 5 days, and when I unboxed it, I was super happy to finally own a Wolverine figure and to start posing it. However, looking at it up close, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, from the black tiger stripe onto the yellow suit, there is some paint smudge going on right there, and normally it wouldn't bother me, but it's right there, so once you see it, you can't unsee it. But I'm sure it's something a little paint removal can't fix. The only words I can say for this is great googly moogly. I love this figure. I just love how they added the classic costume with the tiger stripes. I'm glad my claws, both of them, are straight. Looking at other reviews and toy photographer photos, normally the claws, they start warping in on each other, and I was so worried that that's what this figure would be, but I'm just so happy they came out relatively straight. Only thing I would probably complain about is the shoulder pads. I hate how this can happen, so you gotta, anytime you move the arm, you gotta constantly move the shoulder pad with it. But other than that, that would probably be one of my only complaints that we're going to go through in this video. This is probably just going to be a glorifying this Marvel Legends. Before we start talking about the figure itself, how about we start talking about its accessories? Now, what is a Marvel Legends figure if it didn't come with accessories? And Wolverine here did come with a couple of them. So what he came with was 2 extra hands, closed fists with no claws coming out. I would just hope that they would have added maybe a relaxed hand to go with this figure, but it doesn't matter really, because I probably still would have had the claws on. Then he also comes with a cowl that droops over his neck that you can attach once you swap out the head. And what you swap out the head with is his cartoon accurate head sculpt. And personally, I don't know if I'm a big fan of maskless Logan. I know a lot of people are. The only praise I would give this is the hair. That's the only thing I would really say looks good. I'm not a big fan of the, like I said, the maskless cowl Wolverine. But it's still a cool accessory to have, and when you put it with the cowl on the body, it looks really good, and I'll show that right now. Now, here's Wolverine without his mask on, and let me just say, I can understand why some people would choose to display it this way. It does look really nice with the mask draping over. It looks like he just got out of battle. Me, personally, I would not choose to display him this way, since I was always a fan of the mask on, but I will not judge you if you decided to display him this way. Now that we're back to Wolverine with his mask on, the only other thing I would complain about is maybe giving us another head with the mask, more like a screaming, angry Logan look. Because even though this does look good, it does not look that appealing when you're trying to get him like in a fighting scene, because he just has that calm, still face instead of like a normal angry face. His articulation on here is really good. He can move his arm that far. He can move a full 360 around. His shoulder plate wiggles, like it swivels around. Even though I hate that, I wish it would just be one piece. He has double jointed elbows, as you can see right there. His fist moves up and down, all around. And not only that, it's pinless. There's no pins in the arm, so it looks more smoother. He has butterfly joints, so you can get him in way more poses. Ab crunch, and then he can also move his leg out. Move his leg back that far. Double jointed knees. Feet moves down. Somewhat of a pivot. And I know you saw me earlier trying to swivel it. It just wasn't that smooth, but he can move a full 360. Head moves down that far. It can also move up that far. And then on mine, it's really tight to move his head, but he can move it a full 360. Let me just say, this dude, either way, is still really fun to pose, and I've had a lot of fun handling this figure for about a day now. It came in yesterday, and I haven't had a moment where I'm just regretting the figure. I don't like how much I had to pay for it, but I'm happy I still did it, and now I officially own this Wolverine. Not only that, within a couple of months, I'll actually have 2 Wolverines, since a long time ago what the frig? And yes, I did add some sticky text so he will stay on. Not a problem to me. Might be a problem to some people, but this is my channel, so you guys can all like fuck up. As I was saying, within a couple of months, I will also have 2 Wolverines, since a while ago I pre-ordered the Marvel Legends Astonishing X-Men Wolverine coming out soon, and that figure looks absolutely amazing. Review coming soon. And now that pretty much the Transformer collection is mostly caught up, with a couple still on the list to get, I'm probably gonna start collecting these Marvel Legends figures. Don't you dare! Probably gonna start collecting a couple Marvel figures, doing a couple reviews on them. Probably mostly X-Men, since that's the team that I like the most. I'm not a big fan of the Avengers. The Fantastic Four, I might get a couple. They're interesting. I like Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe a couple Spider-Mans. So most of the time, if it's a Marvel Legends review, it's gonna be mostly X-Men. Now, is this figure worth it? To some hardcore Marvel Legend figures, I can't speak on their behalf since this is my first. I know that this mold has been used over and over and over and over and over again, but honestly, I like this more than the rest. I know this same head sculpt and everything was shared with the VHS X-Men animated series Wolverine, but just get this one. The cell shading on that one, and it has pins on it. This is just an updated, better version. Only thing I would probably also complain about looking at it is that the arm hair isn't painted. It's sculpted, which looks nice, but I wish it would be painted more. His stubble probably could have been painted better. He looks more clean-faced, like has dirt on him. But I would totally recommend this to any X-Men collector. You probably should have got it when it was on stores for $25, because now on that stupid website that we call eBay, you're probably going to see a lot of bids going for $50, $60, $70, $80. Luckily, my seller was selling it for $60. I was able to talk them down to $50. With tax and shipping, it still came out to $60. I'd rather save that $10. But I'm happy I bought it, and I know anyone else who would buy this would also be happy with it. And I'm excited to start getting my Marvel Legends collections going. And if this doesn't do well on the channel, I might not do as many as I plan to do, and we'll just mostly stick to Transformer topic. But I thought it would be fun to change something for the channel. Now, as I said, this is my first Marvel Legends figure that I own. The only other Marvel figure that I own comes from Diamond Select, and that's their Juggernaut, which can't even fucking fit on camera. Jesus Christ. Now, I had to zoom out my camera a little bit just to fit this giant behemoth on screen. With this also, if a review is coming, just let me know if you guys want that. This is also my favorite Juggernaut figure. The Toy Biz one sucks. The Build-A-Figure one sucks. The 80-year celebration one looks good, but I think I'm gonna stick with the Marvel Diamond Selects, because this is superior. Sure, the Marvel Legends has more posability, but this one heavier, more detail. I love it. And with these guys together, you can see Wolverine's very small, but I just can't wait to get some poses out of these guys together. It's just gonna be so cool. But regardless, even though this may not be a traditional review on the channel, we're still gonna do some traditional stuff, such as size comparisons. Bumblebee, Jazz, Surge, Megatron, Marvel Diamond Selects Juggernaut, Ultra Magnus. Now, out of 5, I would have to give this Wolverine a 4.5. The reason why it's not a 5 out of 5, even though Wolverine's my favorite superhero of all time, it's because of some slight things on this figure I don't like. Like, I wish the arm hair was painted. I wish it came with an angry face. And this is probably just on my copy. I just wish that paint smudge wasn't there. It bothers me so much. I fucking hate it. And the shoulders, I just wish they wouldn't move like that. It's annoying, but that's on every figure, so please, Hasbro, please change it. Other than that, I love this figure. Aesthetically pleasing, posability, it's pleasing. It's everything I would want in a Wolverine figure. Now, I would totally recommend getting this for any X-Men collectors. Sure, the price is just a little, but let me just say, it's all worth it. And that's it for this review. I know it was a little different than what we've been focusing on this channel, but it's something I just want to also bring into this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to help support this channel. And don't worry, next review will be on track since we got something very special to review. Ooh.